In addition to the Acolyte, being canceled 1 year later, we're celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the Acolyte being canceled. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Gina Carano has finally settled with Disney in the lawsuit that she had against them for discrimination in the workplace. Now, I personally was not following the lawsuit as heavily as some other people may have, so I don't know all the particular details. What I do know is that I kind of wish that we got to see this whole case go to discovery and Disney be exposed for all the fake numbers and all the streaming numbers that they had. I wanted to see Disney reveal its losses so that we can finally see the liars and snakes that they are. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I'm petty like that. I just wanted that. But Gina Carano is certainly probably a better person than I am, probably more forgiving than I am. She was able to settle in court. She got the money. She got, out of that, little sphere. All I wanted is an apology from Disney. All I wanted is an apology from Kathleen Kennedy, from Jon Favreau, from Dave Filoni, from Pedro Pascal. I would like an apology from a lot of these fucking weirdos and these fucking freaks that have tried to cancel Gina Carano. Certainly, I don't know if we're ever going to see that, but hey, this was a big win for Gina Carano. I met Gina Carano in Dallas a couple years ago at one of the fan expos. She's a really nice lady. She's such a sweetheart, and it sucks to see someone like her get canceled or get shamed and mocked because of her opinions and political views. And so I felt so much connection with her whenever I met her, and there's a sort of kinship there. Now, she's nicer than I am, so I just feel bad for her because she's a sweetheart. She's an MMA fighter, actress. She was just expressing opinions, and then she got all this backlash. And I think now she's sort of toned down on some of that attitude. I wish she won it, but that's just how it is now. I can't blame her. Me, on the other hand, I'm flamboyantly out there. I'm like, I'm a porcupine. I got all them fucking spikes sticking out. I'm ready for war, bro. Like, I'm ready to piss people off. I'm ready to be canceled, right? That's the difference between myself and Gina Carano. And so all I could say is that I'm making this video to once again say fuck you to the people that tried to cancel Gina Carano and celebrate her victory over Disney and celebrate her freedom from Disney and celebrate the fact that Gina Carano is just a good person. And it doesn't matter if she got canceled. That doesn't change anything. The culture is shifting. Cancel culture don't mean shit. Your opinions don't mean fuck all anymore. You can't call people Yahtzees or try and cancel them for their opinions. It doesn't work anymore. That is the important lesson to be had here. Never bend the knee. Always stand your ground, because these people will always try to cancel you no matter what. So big props to Gina Carano. I wish I could have talked more about her lawsuit and her situation, but quite frankly, her being canceled and her being fired from Lucasfilm is what kind of sent me down the path of hating Disney Star Wars. That was one of the big major things that kind of made me turn against Disney Star Wars, was that moment in particular, was the squashing of all the goodwill that The Mandalorian Season 2 was giving the fans by firing Gina Carano almost immediately. And that's after taking The Last Jedi. That's after taking The Rise of Skywalker. Those are conversations I'll leave for another day. But Gina Carano being fired was one of the things that sort of radicalized me, if I had to give it a term. But big props to Gina Carano. Yeah, fuck Pedro Pascal, bro!